let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? On a Thursday night, I'm publicly buzzed. Holy shit, I need to turn that light on back there. Everyone, welcome in here. I appreciate you fine folks for coming through on a Thursday. Got a banger for you tonight. Got a little bit of something different. I've been basically just doing Murder Church exclusively almost, except for Friday nights. Tonight we've got a cool one because we've got something that's really Chris reached out, and I'm glad he did because this is something that I think piques all of our interest, including all of my guests tonight. I've got Chris Duett, and I've got Dan on here, a special appearance by Dan on a Thursday night. So we're excited about that. But yeah, I think this tonight, what we're kind of going over piques everyone's interest in a little bit of a different way. We're all wrestling fans, and I like MMA, but both of these guys, Chris and my brother, are love MMA. So it's going to be really cool. If anybody that did not see kind of what happened over the weekend at a pro wrestling event, Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson, had an altercation at a pro wrestling show that went viral as hell and was very violent. So we're going to be discussing that. We're going to be showing a lot of footage and discussing it. And we need help from the chat to talk about the legalities of it. And because there's been no charges pressed as of yet, we're still looking at that. And I think from an interview that I saw today that Chris sent me and I sent Dan, it looks like that the person that was in the interview was talking about detectives still interviewing folks. So it looks like an investigation is still ongoing. So who knows what is pending, but without further ado, let's talk about it. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Well, hello.
Boom. We're in the house tonight. Dan is back on a Thursday. Whoa. Also, just
Weird.
Dan in general.
Has anyone ever seen Dan and Dandy Savage in the same place at the same time? Because I haven't.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I don't know. I
haven't
either.
either.
Say there, Chris.
You guys look a lot alike. That's all I'm going to say.
Do we?
I'll leave it at that. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, Bluebird's like, I've never met Dan. And that's right. She hasn't. Bluebird's been in the community for a long time now and has never even met Dan, my brother Dan.
This is Dan.
Well, this is me.
Dan's great.
Boom.
I'm
She's
here.
in the house. Everybody
Nice
out here. Right here, Holly Berry. Dan on a Thursday? She's freaking out. Dude.
What?
You know this is going to be good if we got Dan on a Thursday.
Dude, yes. We got Jay in the chat.
Dan.
Hey.
Shit, we got a party in here.
Only. The one
Mr.
and only.
Jay.
Damn. All right, guys.
Talk to Jay in a minute. I haven't seen Jay in a minute, actually. Period.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything stream-wise. I think he actually posted a short today. He's doing a little bit of stuff with the Donna Adelson stuff. But he isn't like really streaming anything.
Jay, just say fuck it all, live in your car, and stream.
We miss you, man.
God damn it.
We miss you, you son of a bitch.
Days are a lot more boring without Jay streams.
Dude, they really are. Like, I loved watching Jay throughout my day.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Mm-hmm.
He does have the best tweets still. His tweets are still hilarious and fire and go viral.
Yeah, Jay still rules at Twitter.
Like, he's so good at Twitter, dude. Like, he's so good at being hilarious.
Jay's awesome.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I wish I could get to that level of, you know what I mean? Like he's he could be a comedian probably. Like his
he could. I think he's gonna end up he's gonna wander over there and venture and be like, can I do this? I think right now he doubts himself a lot. I think he wants to be a comedian.
Yeah,
he wants to be on that stage, and he doubts himself quite a bit. Jay, stop it. Go be a star.
Get out of your head.
Move to Austin and just
be a fucking star.
Sign up for Kill Tony every night.
Do it.
Eventually, he would get on there and then crush. So yeah, Dan, I know we talked about this even before me and Chris talked about it. I think I sent it to you the very next day.
Oh yeah,
when it started going viral in the wrestling world and hell, all of
it has been going insane. Yeah.
And you know, we can talk about it here a little bit, but I do got up a bunch of clips. I sent those to both of you guys earlier, and I was asking Chris if he thought there may be anything else. But to start out, I think, you know, I've got this 9-minute clip that kind of shows from when Raja first shows up at the event. There's not every single thing's in here, and we can kind of skip through it if need be, but all the way until the actual altercation and when he jumps in the ring. So
most of the timeline here.
Yeah. And I've got little snippets from some other stuff that's going on, him outside talking to his chat.
And we're gonna be playing bird lawyers too throughout, and and giving our opinions and ideas. But Steve and I, we don't see eye to eye on this, so we don't. This is genuine. I think we come from different places. However, I feel both of us have great arguments, have great points to make in our opinions. So we're going to put it to the chat.
Oh, I'm curious to see now.
We're going to litigate this and be bird lawyers throughout the night and just kind of, you know.
And I have seen some very interesting takes on the internet about this as well.
One thing
don't agree with
about me and Chris's disagreement, I think that we disagree on the possibility if he is charged and how he's charged. But I think at the end of the day, I do agree with him in thinking, I honestly don't think there's going to be any charges. I don't think anything's going to happen.
Yeah, possibly.
I think it's probable.
I think it's kind of up to Syko Stu.
We're gonna get into the chat. The chat's gonna weigh in, and we're gonna get the consensus on this tonight.
Yeah.
And if anybody in the chat doesn't know, this is going to be a very interesting one. So yeah, hold on. First, let me get this video in here. First of all, let me make sure I got 3, so I don't. So hold on. Let me get Dan in here. Boom. Boom. Let me duplicate this one. Boom. There we go. There we go.
Now we're off to the races. Cooking with oil, everyone.
Save right there. Update layout. And then let me add this right here. The first one is.
And while he's doing this, I want to remind everybody about Arquette Mania tomorrow. Tomorrow on Kick, 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be watching some David Arquette wrestling entertainment. The film Ready to Rumble, which I've never seen and I want to see.
Dude, I'm stoked.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun.
I'm so stoked. We got him back. We got him right here. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be super fun, guys. It's going to be actually, all 3 of us again. We're doing back-to-back nights, which is going to be really cool. So yeah, okay. So, out the gate here, anybody that doesn't know who Rampage Jackson is, he was a ultra famous fighter, MMA fighter who fought in Pride, who fought in Ultimate Fighting Championship, who won championships, who was absolute beast in the profession for years and years. Today, he live streams. He's actually a live streamer on Kick, and his son is doing sort of the same thing, except his son now fights, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's been maybe a while since he's fought.
He trains, and I think his record, and I don't know if this is a professional or amateur record. I think it's like 0-1 or something like that, which means he had like 1 fight and lost it or something. Yeah. So he's very green. Again, don't know if he's amateur or pro, but yeah, he does train and is fresh to competing in MMA.
And this is him showing up. I don't know how he got here. I don't know if there was an invite. I don't know if he said, let's go to a wrestling show tonight, but he ends up at this wrestling show called KnokX Pro. It's ran by.
Just to fill that in real quick so that everybody has as much as we can give them. I do believe that a guy that we should see, AJ Mana, he was friends with him and invited him, brought him backstage. He was there as AJ's guest.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So Raja's not into pro wrestling. He was there to support AJ.
That, for something we're going to see later, makes more sense now. Okay.
And I don't know how successful he is on Kick. Like, does he have a pretty good following there?
That's a good question.
I know Rampage does, and
of course, yeah.
Rampage is streaming with like the big guys. Like he
has a great show on like YouTube, like a podcast type show as well.
And I would say let's go and look, but Kick actually deleted Raja's channel after this happened. So
shocking.
He actually got taken down because of this event. So he ends up at this pro wrestling event in Los Angeles, California, named KnokX Pro, which is ran by an older wrestler. If anybody used to watch old wrestling, named Rikishi. So he's the guy that actually runs this promotion. So it's got, Samoan roots.
And for anyone, Rikishi is a part of the Anoa'i family, which is like a legendary generational wrestling family. The Rock is part of it. Roman Reigns, one of the Usos, a lot of current people, that's Rikishi is part of that family.
Yeah, he's wrestling royalty, to say the least, for sure. So a lot of heat coming on this promotion right now, but let's go ahead and I'm just going to hit play here and we'll kind of fill it out as we go. And then also at any point, if you guys want to pause and we'll chat as it's literally going, just let me know.
To give some idea of his following, which his Kick even could have been larger than these because he doesn't seem to post on Instagram very much, but he's got 31,000 on Instagram and about almost 3,000 on Twitter.
Shit. Okay. Instagram's actually pretty large. Interesting. All right, we'll start her out here.
I
Him appearing literally. An interesting thing about him live streaming on Kick is it's just a continue. Like there's so much footage of this night because it's just someone filming.
All of it was
everything.
All of it was documented. He's currently this. I guess this would be the locker room. This is a very small wrestling promotion, small venue. All the wrestlers are out back. I guess because the wrestlers segregate themselves in the locker rooms and. I guess this is the locker room and where the wrestlers are hanging out away from the audience and whoever to keep the gimmick up, I guess. It's just tradition.
Yeah, yeah. They're all just kind of hanging out backstage. Everybody, good guys, bad guys.
Nice to meet you, bro. Nah, you're one of my favorite wrestler here. Fuck him. You're the coolest.
I feel it.
Yeah.
He's the coolest. Yeah. Remembers El Prez whooping my ass. When I first started out.
Yeah.
So immediately, Syko Stu is already like just staring him down.
Posturing.
Yeah, I remember that. He's my favorite wrestler because of that. You beat the fuck out of him. Yeah. Where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to be worried about Syko Stu.
Syko.
And Syko Stu sounds like he's been drinking. Also, I think so. Like
I believe it's been AJ Mana said that he was drinking with them before the show, and I think he said in an interview that they've done it for at least he's done it with them for the past 6 years or something, drinking before the shows, which is a no-no in the wrestling business.
I mean, it really is. Like, I guess one beer is one thing, but getting it to where you can hear the slurred speech is something different.
Well, Stu.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little. Oh, you don't show it? Easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? No, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
No, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will.
No.
We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
I will fuck him up, bro.
Syko Stu thought Raja was a wrestler, saw him with his streaming gear, the camera. He's got a cameraman with him clearly, and hit him with an empty beer can. And
which is insane, honestly, to be the
totally
first thing you do to somebody immediately.
And if Raja would have just started wailing on him right here, wouldn't be mad at it, and it would have gotten broken up very quickly.
I agree. Right here, after he initially got hit with that can, I don't know why he didn't punch him in the face.
Let's be honest. There's a level of acceptable crimes here. I guess morally, in the eyes of the people. I mean, I don't think people would be too terribly upset if he just kind of lost and hit him after getting
immediately getting hit with
on
the
his
can
head by this fucking
guy. He's starting to. They're right now telling him, "Hey, he's not a worker. He's not a wrestler. Even if he is a wrestler and a worker, being there for the literal first time, and you do that, that's insane. That's crazy.
Can we all? How do we all feel about this right here? This is a situation in itself. However, this is part of the confluence of events. This right here, Syko Stu is in the wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if Raja knocked him out or not, or attempted, like you said, it'd probably be broken up because there's a lot of guys there. But if he swung on him
Syko
immediately,
Stu would have been in the wrong.
I'd be like, I get it.
Gets done swinging on him.
He assaulted him with a can. That was completely uncalled for.
And the only thing I can say that justifies it even a little bit is that he thinks that he sees a camera and he's in character and he's trying to, and he's like, "You don't know Syko Stu," and he's like, "I'm gonna show you." And
he got offended,
and then he does it like a little gimmick, but
and then even after he says, "You gonna sell it?"
Yeah,
which adds context and explanation. I don't think it vindicates Syko Stu at all.
No, it doesn't. No, because I mean, Syko Stu shouldn't have done that anyway. But I mean, if that's just like banter between the boys in the back in the wrestling business, then it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not like he hit him with full blown shot with it's not like it hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's disrespectful.
It's
incredibly disrespectful.
I think Rajas even said it didn't hurt at some point. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he even kind of crushes it before. Like he doesn't actually hit him hard. Like he literally.
Oh, it was a work. It was like
a work blow. Yeah.
So, got you. So,
I do not play that shit at all.
Nah, but it's a respect issue here, is what's going on.
And the first 2 minutes out of his car, immediately this happened.
Yeah.
Good. Apologize for that. Man. Fix that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Tracy. So what are you going?
To add, hold on. To add just a little bit more context, Raja was sparring a few days before this, and this was streamed as well. He got tornado kicked in the head and got a concussion. Before he went in here, he was outside talking to the chat, and they were saying, "How's the head?" And he said, "It's not good. I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor. I've been throwing up." I mean,
he said that right before it's not on this, but yeah, right before this, he said that to chat.
Yeah, so that I guess that would add more to like that would if he got hit in the head and started swinging on him right there. I guess that might have been even more acceptable in Raj's favor. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah, he hit him right in the head after the concussion. He didn't know that probably, but still.
I think by his decision making, he completely made himself the villain in this when he could have come out really smelling like roses, you know, and getting his whatever he gets it out. I don't, so interesting.
Good, dude.
Nah, fuck that, dude.
Oh, so Stu, poquito, cámara el I don't know why. Sorry about that, dude. He always think that we're working over here like it's part of the fucking storyline.
What kind of homo style shit?
Rampage. That's how we
No, bro.
Go ahead, Stu. This is all good. Because he always think it's a work, dude.
Well, he's already hot, bro.
Good.
You can see Syko Stu like looking around at people and being like kind of realizing he fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
you can see
he didn't hit somebody who was part of the show.
Yeah, he really is in the moment, really right now, and also probably a little bit inebriated, also. And I don't know how long before the show this is, but whatever. Yeah, you can tell that he's like, "Oh fuck."
He's like, I just hit the wrong guy. I just fucked up.
And let's be real here. This company had an affiliation with WWE as part of their developmental strategy program. And let's be real, these wrestlers are just like some weekend guys who they're like total weekend warriors. They work 9-to-5 jobs and like, this is their thing. This is what they like to do. This is their, hobby. And this is how they choose to spend their free time.
Yes, and it's come out that now Stu was using this to kind of get over some PTSD from, I guess he was in
the Army, I think.
Army or maybe Iraq or something along those lines. And he was kind of using this as an outlet to get through that.
Oh, on the left side.
Stu. Wow.
Oh, can you put that down, please? Like, seriously.
No. That's for me.
I know it's for you, but we're trying to solve something right now. We don't want no heat. We don't want no problem.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool now, but you know what I'm saying?
We just want to make sure everything's okay. He knows he fucked up. He's trying to apologize and stuff.
Yeah, you think it's part of the,
We just don't want no problem. We are apologizing. We're sorry.
I appreciate that.
That's some real shit. Let me draw mine on real quick. I get the sweat, but that's some real shit.
You got it.
Apologies. Get out of hand sometimes.
The guy in the cowboy hat right there, if you just saw him on the edge, is AJ Mana. That's Raj's friend that he's there with, who invited him. Watching.
He's very smart. So I understand where you're coming from. I'm a little hot right now, so go ahead.
You know what's a good thing about this? Now I can make it something. I'm gonna have you run in and fuck that motherfucker up in the mat. You ready for that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's a terrible thing to say to this guy.
Dude, I'm gonna have you run in there and fuck that motherfucker up during a match. Are you cool with that?
That's insane.
To someone who's not a wrestler, a trained professional wrestler who had gone to wrestling school knows what that entails.
Yeah.
A MMA fighter who does not watch any wrestling product whatsoever thinks that means you want me to go in there and do what I do.
Yeah.
MMA. So, I can see how that could be interpreted or misinterpreted or
that's an absolutely insane thing to say to him right here.
For me, I'll be cool. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have him run in on your shit. your match. We'll fucking seal that.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, it's gonna all work out.
Yeah, as long as I can do that. Yeah.
It's all gonna work out.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying?
It's mediated. Stu apologizes.
Raja.
What's that?
Raja.
And he's
Raja?
shaking on the
No.
deal that he gets to run in and fuck him up. That's
Right.
literally why he just shook his hand. He's
Right.
like, as long as I get the,
He's saying it right there. Yeah, as long as I'm getting mine.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, set it up where who's gonna come in and put them down.
I'm straight. No, you good, bro. You good. Straight. Yeah.
Right on, those. Oh, make sure he get it.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were working.
I get it.
We're gonna work it out where he gonna come out on your match.
What a
I know
horrible
you keep
fuck.
thinking we're working. We're always working.
Let's do
I
it.
get it.
Always
I get it now. Now
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those? We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your match so we can fucking seal the whole thing and we'll make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Well, now you just involved fucking Rampage himself because that's his boy.
No, he can handle it. Hey,
Yeah, I can handle myself. Yeah, I can handle myself.
Rampage gonna come
Hey,
whoop your
nah.
ass.
You don't need his dad. He
Yeah.
handle his own shit.
Yeah, I got my own shit. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Okay, so before I show that, hold on.
Yeah, there's some clips where he's talking to the camera and stuff. If you got those,
So I got that's the last thing. I just want to see everything I got here. So I got okay. So first I want to show this. This is backstage with the AJ Mana guy, and I just want to show this clip real quick. Hold on. Go. What's this one called? This one was Anthony Tom.
Working like that, you don't fucking, you know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
He doesn't
So
tell him like that.
he don't. He's a fucking idiot. Hey. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. Remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt. Don't tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there. Working like that.
So that's insane. Not only what we heard earlier from the Samoan guy that's like, you can come in, you'll get yours, which is horrible to say, but now this guy's backing it up in the back with like tag his shit.
Yeah. So hold on. Just alone, Steve, please explain what a receipt is.
So a receipt in the wrestling world is, say, two guys are wrestling and one guy's being a little bit hitting another guy too hard, and what in wrestling they call a potato, honestly. So if a guy's hitting somebody a little too hard or connecting a little too rough, the other guy will hit him a little bit harder, basically to check him and get him back in check with like, listen, it's only going to get worse from here. And they usually it stops right there with two professionals. And you will have professional wrestlers that'll kind of test each other out, which I actually really enjoy watching when guys are kind of testing each other. But yeah, a receipt is when you are getting somebody back for feeling disrespected essentially in the ring.
Stiff shot,
A stiff shot.
Yeah, I know that. Oops, sorry, that one was a little too stiff. I'm waiting for the receipt.
That's it. Yeah, that's the thing in wrestling. They're all, if they know something like that's happened, they're already waiting for it because they know.
But when you go to Raja Jackson, who does not know these things, who only knows what these people are telling him, and says, "Give him his receipt, tag his shit."
That's insane, dude.
Come on. So hold on. Let's poll the chat right here. Do they think that Raja legitimately has permission to do whatever he wants as far as physical violence goes, as long as he's not, I guess, using a weapon, or I don't know. Like, what's everyone thinking?
I'm putting a poll in the chat. Do you think Raja has permission to hurt this wrestler? I'm just going to put yes. No.
Or more so, do you think that Raja thinks that he has permission to legitimately, physically attack this man?
Yeah. Do you think Raja has permission to physically attack Stu? Boom. I'll start that poll up there. And we're going to watch this again. I want to watch this again.
Working like that, you don't fucking,
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't tell him like that.
He don't. He's a fucking idiot. Hey. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. Remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there. Working like that.
And then he's also this AJ guy is also basically offering him backup if anything else happens. If they got a problem with it, I'll run out there.
Yeah,
crazy. So and then we're gonna go to this 1 minute 37 clip of the show is going on. The regular wrestling show, entertainment purposes, is happening, and Raja has a front row seat at this show. Still live on Kick, still doing a stream, interacting with his live chat in real time. And we're going to watch, I've got 1 minute 37 of that here. So what was this one called? KPH. Here we go. So this is Raja, literally live in the front row on live stream, talking to his chat.
It didn't even hurt. It just pissed me off. It pissed me off, bro. It didn't even hurt. It just pissed me off. And shit pissed me off. And I'm going to have to get him back. They said I can go in the ring and get his ass. I don't even know what I'm going to do to him. Bro, my dad can't do shit. I'm going to fake crash out. All right, bet. Bet. You about to see how fake of a crash out I am.
What he said? Someone said then you're a fake crash out. He said, I'm a fake crash out. Bet. Again,
and another terrible element of this is that his chat is just ramping him up. You don't want to look like a bitch in front of his chat either.
So right before that happens, Rampage calls him. Rampage is streaming, and his chat is telling him, check out your son's stream. And Rampage calls Raja and says, what did he say? He goes, I heard you're hugging men in booty shorts.
Yeah.
Was calling him a bitch and all this
essentially coming at him for being, and he didn't know he's at a wrestling show. And then Raja tells him, I'm at a pro wrestling show. And then it made a little bit more sense to Rampage. Because at first he's like, I hear you're hugging up. I look on your stream and you're hugging up on dudes in their underwear. And so just further,
So hold on. To the chat, I see a lot of the chat saying, no, he couldn't do that. Do you think that he thought that he could go in the ring and legitimately attack him, given what he was told? That's the question.
Yeah, because in the poll right now, I've got, do you think Raja has permission, from what you've seen thus far, to physically attack Stu? And right now I've got 67% yes, 33 no, and that's after 9 votes. There's still a lot of people that haven't voted in here, but...
And again, you have to think about the world that Raja's coming from, where basically the receipt thing that Stevie described earlier also exists in MMA, where disrespect can happen in an MMA gym and you can settle it in the gym, and it's real fist flying. You know what I mean? They do that stuff. I don't know if Raja's ever had that happen in his gym, but that's something that happens in MMA gyms too. So, but it's not, it's not them, doing pro wrestling, stunts. It's real fights that happen. I mean, there's guys off the streets that have come in and challenged MMA guys, and the MMA guys fuck them up. I mean, they have restraint, which we'll see doesn't happen here, but it happens.
It's always been my dream to fuck up a pro wrestler for real. So I get it today. Am I really going to fight him? Yeah, I'm going to punch his ass for real. But I don't believe in me getting disrespected too. I'm too nice. Back. That shit was not staged. I'm telling you that right now. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. 50 subs, knock him out. If he hits me back for real, I don't give a fuck. I want him to. Y'all want me to teabag him? People think this shit's sweet. People think this shit's a fucking game. Hey, you're right, Joel. I got to show him some form of respect. Then they don't train no goddamn martial arts. I'm really going to hit him. I'm telling you. What should I do, chat? Should I pick him up? Should I slam him first or hit him? W, if I should slam him first, I'm not fucking around. You don't think I can do it, Miggy? Bet. My dad can't never call me a bitch. Fuck this dude. Oh, you think he's stronger than me? All right, Suave, watch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Suave. I bet you would be talking like this if you was in front of me.
And this is over, I don't even know how long. Multiple matches are happening right here in front of us. So these clips have been all put together. So this is just amping up with his chat for God knows how long.
Chat, watch what I do to him. Tony, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, Tony.
A few moments later.
Should be I don't know if this is everything. We'll see. So, okay. I don't think anything else that I have up here. I've got a few different angles, and then I've got him walking after. So I think we'll go ahead here. So, okay, we were caught up to right now when it is time for Raja to get his receipt as told to him by multiple people in the back now. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to the other one because that was in that video. They teased it right at the end.
Yep.
Hold on, let me go back to this because this one has everything. So, and I've got it already paused. So, okay.
So the elements that maybe how I am interpreting it, watching all of this, is that he feels he has permission to physically assault him during the match, and no one was specific in what that means. I remember there's another guy you're going to see, Doug Mallow. He did an interview recently and said that he was down there and they said, stay nearby. Raja's going to run in on the match and give Stu his receipt from earlier. That guy wasn't there, but someone told him something had happened earlier and this might go bad. Stay nearby. And he goes, okay, what's the spot? Meaning, what are they going to do? So I know if something's off script, if I need to intervene.
And thank God for this guy, honestly.
Yeah, he's great. And they were like, oh, we don't really know. He's going to go in there and he's going to hit him or something, and Doug said after the first few punches, he realized that this shit was off and got in there. But, there's no real clear communication on any level whatsoever between the promotion and the wrestlers, Raja and the promotion, Raja and the wrestler. I mean, so it's a shit show. I think that maybe he perceives that he has permission to physically assault him however he chooses. And what happened in the moment up until now, I feel like that's kind of where we're at.
One thing I want to say is, so when he pops in the ring here and he initially gets him up in the double leg and slams him down, you can tell right there that Stu, the wrestler, was anticipating something. So he's letting that happen. Okay. At that point in time, I feel like that's Stu's like, all right. And the shitty part is that Stu goes unconscious from the slam. He's out immediately. So there's no fumbling. It's just open season. So many. I think someone said 21 shots.
Yeah, something like 21, 22. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. So do you guys agree that Stu went out immediately from the slam?
Yeah, I think he did.
I think he did. So here's the thing. He's used to being slammed by people taking care of him. This dude is absolutely not trying to fucking take care of him, and he doesn't train to take care of people when he slams them. For people who don't know about MMA, his dad was one of the best at picking people up and fucking slamming them.
Dude, the Rampage has knocked people out by slams.
It was one of the things it's probably the thing he's most known for, is picking people up and just slamming the fuck out of them. So this kid is he's gonna be pretty decent at it. That's gonna be a part of his game for sure, He just starts So hold on. Let me ask the chat this. So had he gone in there, slammed him and punched him one time, would that have been acceptable? That for a receipt, that
would have basically been what they agreed on.
I think that would have been what.
That's Dan. That's how I feel. I want to see the consensus on this. Would that have been the acceptable? Even though not great, but
Yeah, this wouldn't be a story if that's what went down.
22 punches past consciousness. Now we're on to the next part of the story.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So this
did
big
he
guy,
interpret that, or did he just fucking snap?
Raja?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he, like, him saying all that shit.
Nobody can reasonably think that's okay.
At one point, he even says, "I'm going to punch him until they stop me." The dude's unconscious, so no one, that guy's not.
He knows how dangerous what he is doing is, and he's sitting there nonstop hitting him like that. Like, he knows that he could potentially kill this man if he does this. So it's just insane. He lost all control.
And thank God for this dude right here that's coming at him right now, because this is the only guy that really stops him. And he's a big guy. I don't think you can see it in this angle, but even that dude got rocked by Raja. So Raja, the one thing that fucks me up with this whole thing that I feel like could ultimately, if charges do come to pass, is what's going to fuck him up is the fact that he was not stopping even after being pulled off. He was fighting to get back to continue. And he lit this guy up.
Hey, you gotta stop this shit, man.
Just to point out something in the chat about why the people in the ring didn't stop. That's a great point, by the way. So you'll see there's a guy on his right. It's a kid. It was a 17-year-old kid.
I learned that today. Yeah,
pretty fresh to this, and this kid looked fucking scared.
And he's tiny, right? Like, he's not in any kind of like shape. Like,
yeah. And
the only one that looks like a wrestler is this guy.
Yeah, and, I mean, I think people just like maybe just genuinely didn't know what the fuck to do. These wrestlers aren't very well trained, obviously.
100%.
Like,
yeah,
that's fucking pretty clear. But I don't know what the deficit was of why these people just didn't like immediately try to pull him off. Like, I think maybe they were scared. None of these people are fighters, like,
And one thing in the old days of wrestling, I feel like Raja would be dead. Like, he would be going out.
They were definitely tougher. They were definitely had their problems, but they were definitely, I think, tougher, in a raw sense back then.
I see people bringing up MMA as well and MMA rules and stuff, but I think even if you had in an MMA fight, you could
legit. Okay, go ahead and finish your thought real quick, Dan.
So in an MMA fight, even if, like, for example, the ref just doesn't pull the guy off or stop the fight, I think you would be hard pressed to find an MMA guy who would still throw that many punches at an unconscious opponent.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some ruthless guys in MMA who are going to throw 3, 4, 5 after he's out unconscious for sure, but they're going to stop at some point, and it's not going to be 21.
And to be in this environment is crazy. Like, that's what makes it so egregious and bad. And
to point out, like, this wouldn't happen in MMA. So you could slam them like that, and a ref is watching very closely, a real referee.
Right. Yeah. Anybody watching this is like, why didn't the ref stop? I've actually seen people the ref should have been in there. I'm like,
this ref is an actor.
This ref is nothing. Yeah.
He communicates, hey, you guys got 2 more minutes left on the match. And like this dude is, come on.
Yeah.
So
I've seen some crazy takes.
I hate to tell you, but he knows who's going to win the match already and how they're going to win. So in MMA, you can slam them like that, but the ref would see he's out on the slam and stop.
The guy might get 1 or 2.
Yes, Dan. No, they might catch
like
1 or 2 because the rules, you're supposed to continue until the ref stops you. So usually they might get 1 or 2 in before the ref actually intervenes. But after the slam, it would have been over, maybe 1 or 2 punches, as Dan said. They also have 4-ounce gloves, taped fists, mouth guards. And if he wasn't out from the slam after 1 or 2 of those punches, he definitely was, and it would have been stopped. So in an MMA setting, yes, he could have done all this to a point. I mean, but you still, I've never seen an MMA fight where a dude just tees off on a guy 22 shots unconscious.
And that's a great point about the gloves and the mouthpiece, dude.
And even in the scenario that I don't think has ever really happened, I mean, there's been some egregious stoppages where they waited a little too long. But even in a scenario where a ref didn't stop it, I don't think you're going to find very many MMA guys who are going to keep teeing off on an unconscious guy like that. They're going to stop themselves.
No, you absolutely would not. They would ruin their fucking careers, their lives, all the work, all the training they've put into it. Ruined. Totally fucking ruined. Nobody will want anything to do with them. Absolute pariahs. Doesn't matter how good they are. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yep.
I learned today that there's dicks in that bag, that purple bag, cocks, like dildos.
Wow.
Did you hear that, Chris?
No.
Yeah, he just hit him with.
Oh my god!
He just hit him with a bag of cocks. I watched an interview with the Mohawk guy today, and he was actually laughing about it. He's like, and there's that in that purple bag was cocks.
Wow.
One crazy thing, and I don't think it's going to be shown here. He was just going for it. Professional wrestling is so fucking weird. And I don't know if I have this up, but this in the back with the fucking American flag lays on top of Stu, who is unconscious, and pins him, and the ref counts three,
which is
that's
just
how
like
stupid pro wrestling
and this guy is literally choking, aspirating on blood and teeth.
Dude, it's insane.
You know?
Like that's one of the I didn't know that until I saw a different angle, and I'm like, holy! I sent that today, and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like this is a total shit show,
and that adds into the weirdness that is pro wrestling. Dude.
It's it's a circus. I mean,
this
wrestling is silly.
This incident would happen nowhere else other than a pro wrestling show. It could not happen anywhere else. This feasibly could not. This confluence of events could not play out like this in any other setting but a pro wrestling.
And I've seen people that literally think it's a work. And they think it's fake.
Oh, it's so insane. I've seen those too.
This is the best storyline I've ever seen in my life. And I'm hooked.
And that really shows the level of what people think about pro wrestling. If it's happening at a pro wrestling event or inside of a pro wrestling ring, it's got to be fake. Like, it's crazy. Like, and that goes into what me and Chris were kind of talking about earlier as well. The lines that are blurred here for a police to investigate this, I can't imagine.
God. What a fucking shit show.
And I guarantee
goddamn shit show.
People, the wrestlers that want to protect themselves are absolutely telling the cops that it's a work, brother. Like they're absolutely saying
the only issue
that there's reports that this wrestling company, the school that put on the promotion that put on the show has told their wrestlers don't talk to the police. I don't know if that's true. But I have read that.
The only issue I have with the argument that the police aren't, I mean, and I understand that they're not involved because of a lot of these reasons, but I mean, I feel like it's just fucking common sense. A lot of common sense is thrown out of the fucking window here. You can see it on videotape that the dude's getting absolutely destroyed, beat the fuck down.
Because people don't know if they can stop being pro wrestlers or if
it's crazy.
They don't know what they go, do I become serious now?
It's insane. I can't believe it's crazy.
I've been on my Wrestle Plunge. I've been making posts on Facebook through my Wrestle Plunge page, and I do get a lot of comments on these. And dude, the amount of people that pop through and say, "Oh, it's a work," I guarantee it's a work. It's going to come out. Like I don't even answer them. I just let them go. But I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
Bluebird 711 makes a great point that I haven't even thought about that angle. Saying, is he expecting the ref to be like an MMA ref? How much pro wrestling was he watched? Was he expecting the ref to pull him off right away like an MMA ref would? Like that's a very interesting. You know.
But again, with common sense, that doesn't matter. Common sense should tell Raja that he should stop after he's knocked the guy out and hit him a couple times.
You know what's blurred here is common sense and plausible deniability.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's real? What's not? Like, it's just like, this is.
Again, but I mean, lawyers can absolutely get him off from this if he did get arrested. I'm almost positive, right?
I think that they'd have a great chance.
Yeah.
Actually, one interesting thing on it was after of course it was after this, but Rampage was doing a live stream and his son was on the stream. And dude, Raja was mad that his cameraman didn't stop filming this. He's mad at his cameraman. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I think that shows the lack of intelligence that's coming from Raja Jackson. Like, I hate to say it like that, but the dude is not. I mean, I don't know if he's playing with a full fucking stack here, dude. Like he's.
I just found out today as well. I don't know when, but Rampage said something about like he hasn't been the same since his mother was murdered.
I saw that as well. I did see that. Yeah.
So we're working with a lot here.
It doesn't help the way Rampage treats him, dude. Rampage treats him like a bro. Like he's always
it's a very
really
macho environment. Like, you definitely it's one of those,
Yeah, I mean, like giving him shit,
hazing and teasing and toughing him up.
It's not good.
School. Yeah, it's pretty. That shit's not cool.
This lady's just realizing, oh my God, he's not getting up.
My fucking ears are bleeding.
Yeah, let me turn it. That is pretty brutal. Sorry. No, right now, look at this. Is actually an interesting shot of the crowd.
Yeah, they're realizing that
they're horrified.
I mean, that's what's crazy. Like, I would know immediately. I don't know how people don't realize that those are absolutely real punches.
These people are fucking horrified. They want they want him out of that fucking building. And they are all the wrestlers are scared shitless of him. They're just
insane.
Letting him walk. I would have choked him. I would have wrapped him up in a fucking choke and choked him the fuck out and dragged his limp body out of the building.
And you said you listened to Jim Cornette's take on this. I bet he was saying exactly that. If this was the 70s or 80s or 60s,
oh yeah,
the wrestlers would not let this motherfucker
out of the ring.
Cops would have had to pull them off of him.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Wrestling is almost like cosplaying with like out of shape dudes, more than in shape dudes on the indies.
So
on shitty indies.
And I think we can bring up the mass transit incident in this because
Chris did earlier.
New Jack took this 17-year-old kid, fucked him up in the ring, split him open. He's bleeding everywhere. Has to go to the hospital. Gets arrested. Gets arrested for that, and this is a kid that's actually booked as a wrestler. And New Jack is, of course,
he lied to get on there. Said he was 18.
The kid, he said he was 18. Lied to get on
and was trained. He was also untrained.
Said he was trained by Killer Kowalski, which was not true. He was totally untrained, never formally trained in any formal wrestling school setting by anybody who's does that and is legitimate. And they discussed it beforehand in the back, said he wanted to bleed, didn't want to cut himself, asked New Jack to cut him. New Jack said, yeah, I'm cool with it. I'll cut you.
And that got New Jack off when he went to trial.
Yeah. So when they get in the ring, he runs the razor across his forehead deep, cuts his artery, and the kid starts bleeding out in the ring. And this kid is super fat. He's like 400 pounds. I'm not kidding you. And, the match gets stopped, whatever. New Jack ends up getting arrested, charged with aggravated assault for it. Here's the thing, though.
The kid's dad was there and started freaking out.
Yeah, and was like,
which is also insane.
Here's
your 17-year-old untrained kid.
When New Jack had his trial, there's a lot of similarities here. And, he could have argued, I think he did argue, the real and fake thing and blur it to the jury. But New Jack also had Paul Heyman, who was the promoter of the show and a legitimate voice and someone who is a very good talker and probably could have been the best car salesman that's ever lived.
Or lawyer.
Or lawyer. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And he gets on the stand and testifies in New Jack's favor, which I guarantee you helps. And also this guy, Tiny the Terrible, who was a midget wrestler. They want to be called that. Don't fucking come for me. And he testified. New Jack came and told him, if you testify for me, I will get you a job with WWE. And I don't know how legal or true that is, but the guy testified on behalf of New Jack. And this was the guy that went there with the mass transit kid that got injured. He left there with him as well. And this guy testified on behalf of New Jack saying this guy knew what he was doing. Like,
it goes
New
into
Jack
how fucky wrestling is.
So, but
to point that out, wanted to get cut.
That wouldn't happen in Raj's case. Nobody would testify on his behalf here. Let me make that clear.
And my main, because Dan earlier, Chris brought up literally the same thing while we were kind of debating a little bit on X, and my main comeback to that was that, you know, how fully documented this is compared to that.
Yeah,
like we have Raj outside the ring saying some pretty wild things before the actual attack that I think are incriminating.
Yeah.
Now, after the fact, for sure. But no, that's a great comparison.
I mean, them agreeing to do the spot in the ring and him basically get his receipt and all that stuff, I think that's kind of the biggest thing.
It's gonna be blurry, yeah.
But the biggest thing to me personally is that Raja needs. I mean, he has common sense. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows that he's potentially going to kill this man.
It's a really blurry line of like, okay, so where is the crime specifically? What are the crimes? Where are they? Are the last 3 punches the crime? You know, like, so this again, so blurred.
Yeah, like I feel like even on a street fight, if you've got beef with somebody and there's a respect issue and you just want to fight somebody and you knock them out, it's fucking over. That's it. That's the end of it, right?
Anytime in a street fight,
I got my payback. It's all, or whatever it is, you know. But
in any street fight that I see online and you've got somebody knocked out and they start doing head kicks or any of that shit, I always get grossed out.
That's the line that's crossed.
They get so grossed out because it's like, that guy's out cold and you're just going to keep going in.
In my opinion, as soon as the guy's unconscious, he's done. And he keeps hitting him. He's crossed the line.
Okay, so let's get to this now. Aggravated assault or attempted murder?
Aggravated assault.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't think, like, if I was actually going to make the charge, if I'm the police officer or, you know, whoever's going to actually charge this kid, I would probably go aggravated assault. My argument earlier with the second degree was really, if that became a charge, I could still see, if it went to a jury, how, after everything that is on this live stream that we basically just shown, how a jury would be like, oh fuck. Like, I think that they could.
Steve thinks that they could feasibly secure a second degree murder charge. I disagree, but Steve thinks
I don't know.
And that doesn't mean I would actually agree with you guys with aggravated assault as the charge. That is where I'm at. But if we went to a charge of second degree assault or premeditate, I would, at the end of the day, I still think I think he'd be fucked.
What's crazy is I don't think he would have stopped if nobody stopped him. I think he would have absolutely killed him. So
I think so too, which would have been manslaughter. But
that's true. I
agree. Yeah,
but
I mean, murder.
Yeah, so I don't see.
I don't. So
with murder, there's 2 elements. Which one is definitely there, and that is that he took steps that would kill him. Yeah. That's absolutely there.
I will say, if he died, I could see second degree only because he waited so long after that can attack. He sat there and fumed on that. So
you make a good point.
It's so blurry though, dude. That's like, and even after all these conversations that we're having and we're kind of, you know, playing off of what the possibilities are, I don't think anything's going to happen at all. I bet there's not a charge.
Right. I don't think that anything can. This
is going to be up to
for the cops and the DA
But it's going to be up to, like, the cops haven't done anything yet, and unless they're still reviewing it,
there's still an investigation going,
right?
I'm
like
sure
Syko Stu wants to press charges, then charges
because they're probably going to interview audience members, wrestlers. They have tons of people to talk to. They got tons of shit to do. They got evidence to gather. They got to fucking interview the guy who got beat up, and, you know, all sorts of stuff. So I can imagine it's not there yet, but I don't know.
What if Syko Stu talks to the cops and says, "No, it's a work. He just doesn't want anything to happen."
Then it's done. Then it's
done. Yeah.
So let me tell you,
it was an accident.
So Dan, you just opened another New Jack door, and I'm going to walk right through it. So, I think it was like 2004 or something like that in Jacksonville, New Jack had a match with a guy named Hunter Red, who was another who was an untrained, this small time indie guy, local guy, and New Jack pulled out a 13-inch blade and started stabbing this dude and stabbed him like 9 times.
A shitload, yeah.
Yeah, and so
because this guy tried to do a body slam. New Jack says a shoot body slam.
He tried to pick him up.
He tried to pick him up, and New Jack was like,
New Jack started stabbing him.
He literally had a blade in his cargo pants in case something happened.
So New Jack goes to jail, is charged with aggravated assault.
This story's insane,
I believe. And when he's in the jail, Hunter Red, the guy he stabbed, comes and visits him and says, "Hey, if you train me and take me on the road with you, and we can make an angle out of this, I'll drop the charges." And New Jack goes, "Done." And the guy drops the charges, and New Jack gets his shit out of storage and leaves the state.
Never went back to Florida.
Wow,
dude.
If this dude pulls a Hunter Red, holy
good.
Fuck.
That would be crazy.
That would be.
And I mean, right now, there's a GoFundMe for Stu, and I think it's at like 200K right now. It's like the cap, and it's pretty damn close. It'll probably get there.
It's up there.
But dude, he's in a hospital in Los Angeles, California. All of that money's going to go to bills. Like, you know what I mean? So like,
even Mr. Beast has like commented and said, "I'll help with medical bills and stuff." It's great.
So, he put 10 grand on his GoFundMe.
Wow.
Money's coming in for him. It's how long that's going to last in LA. I don't.
Yeah, it is going to be. It's all going to go to medical.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sure.
he's not. I'm sure he's not just going to jump right back to work. So
yeah.
Dude's in a tough spot.
Bluebird, I got you on that wheel twice.
All for being drunk and stupid.
Yeah, we kind of disagreed on basically where it could go, honestly. Like, it really not where it could go. Like, if the charges do come, what could happen? Because I agree with both you guys that I would go aggravated assault on it at the end of the day. But my thing is that I could see.
I think so. Steve says that he thinks that a jury could be emotionally swayed by the video for a second-degree attempted murder. So again, the first part is proven that he took steps that would have killed him. However, he shows a lot of intent to assault him, a lot of intent to hurt him, but the second part of that is the intent to kill, and I don't think he ever showed intent to kill him. Whereas Steve thinks that they could get that a jury could just kind of forget about that they didn't prove it.
I really do think so. Yeah. And I was saying on X that really juries, and this is my real thought, is a lot of the times they are heavily swayed by emotion. And I could see them. It's how well documented it is. If we didn't have all this video footage and we just seen the event, right? Maybe we didn't see any of the aftermath or the before math, or we didn't see AJ say this or him on his chat. If we didn't see any of that, it would be a lot harder, I feel like, for them to persuade the jury to get where I think that they would end up at. But with all the footage, I really think that they would probably sit there and this is just me bullshitting out the side of my head, but I think that they could get there pretty quickly with like a second-degree attempted murder and charge him with that.
I don't think so. That's where me and Steve don't.
That's where we disagree.
But we do. But I do respect that. I do respect his opinion, and I would say that it's not impossible for a jury to come to an emotional conclusion, regardless if they had not proven the charge. So I mean, like, though I don't agree with him, I definitely fucking respect his opinion about it. But I think aggravated assault is what it is all day. Yeah. And I think if I think a DA would definitely, probably see it that way and understand the attempt.
Here's a question for both of you. Fully. If the dude that stopped him wasn't there or didn't stop him or nobody intervened, do you think he would have killed him?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
He wouldn't stop him. There was no chance he would stop him.
I think so.
He would have punched him until he tired out.
Charlotte?
Was he trying to kill him? Could he have killed him? Yes.
Lost in the moment. Because it was almost just like he was just.
Yeah, he just.
You know what I mean? He had amped himself up so much, and then he's in the moment. He goes back to his training, right?
I think it's a lot of things, though. I think the training is there. The conditioning and physicality to implement the training is there. I think that the mindset and it's not so simple as he snapped. I think part of it is that he maybe wanted to show off, like, oh, here's okay, this is what you guys want to see. I'm gonna show you.
You know, that's a great point, because that's basically what they're saying to him in the back, right? They're like, let's go. Like, you're gonna get yours now. This is your receipt right now.
And he's getting amped up by chat and everything too to really fuck this guy up. Like, it's such a.
And who knows what kind of pre-existing, you know, whatever mental illness or whatever kind of shit he has going on that could come into play as well, or prior head trauma absolutely affects the way people behave.
And being in the concussion syndrome situation already.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much shit at play here, you know. I think it's very simple to either say, oh, he planned this and meant to do this, or he didn't plan to go that far but snapped. I think there's a lot more at play here, and all of it's working together, you know. And that's the recipe right there. We're seeing it just come out in his behavior. Yes,
dude, the perfect.
That's what it is.
And it's sad because, I mean, yeah, everything played out. You have the AJ Mana guy who, just side note, this guy has now been fired from his real life job because of this viral.
Yeah. As he said, they told him, we saw the video on TMZ, you're an accessory to attempted murder.
I think that he is maybe the worst part of this, because
he's a sack of shit, that dude. Fuck that dude.
I really think he's about the worst, even counting Raja and everything that happened. That guy, a wrestler, friends, I don't know how they know each other, whatever. He invited him there, but that point when he's backstage and he says, and he's really laying it on thick with what you should do, and if anybody has a problem with it, I got your back. Like, he was laying it on so thick, dude. And again, we've got to think about what Raj is thinking.
The guy at the beginning that was like, "Oh, I'm gonna turn into a thing where you can go in there and fuck him
the
up."
Samoan guy,
literally the worst thing you could say to him.
That was horrible, yeah. And that was bad too. But I honestly think AJ getting back there, because it's almost like, hey, they were in the back and there was other people around, but it was very personal when he was kind of just like, hey, I got you. Go in there and let him fucking know what you're about. That's crazy as shit to me. What's crazy is that's a pro wrestler saying that to this guy.
Yeah, Cammy in the chat thinks that he was an instigator.
That's actually the best way to put it. He was
a lot of There's so much going on in this, and there's so many different ways to interpret all of this shit. You know.
You know what? Too, he does say when he's talking to Raj, he says, "You remember what a receipt is, right?" So I think he's explained to him what a receipt is in professional wrestling.
Yeah,
which means he even has the understanding that, hey, I told him he can go in there and hit him hard, but not fucking tee off on him for
teeing off. And like you were saying earlier, Dan, you made a great point of what he did was unacceptable in any situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Somebody's unconscious. When I see it in a street fight, I get that's one of the few things that really turns my stomach, is because when someone's unconscious and they're you can free for all with the kicks and the punches. That's so gross.
That's when it turns into, oh, he's trying to kill that guy.
Exactly. That's when I'm like, and I do get the rage and you're in the moment and you're mad as fuck, but not being able to control that's a whole nother issue. I mean,
I wonder, Steve, like, I wonder if that in itself could be argued as the intent to kill. I don't know. If so, yeah, fuck yeah, like,
yeah.
End of the day, guy needs to be arrested and charged with something, because that was,
I do agree with that.
That was egregious.
I do agree with that.
Disgusting and horrible.
Like, even though I don't think anything's going to happen, because I think it's going to get blurred in the wrestling, and whether Stu, it comes back to Stu, sure, but
yeah.
But at the end of the day, yeah, dude, I think he should be charged with something, because this was gross. Like, street fights are scary, dude. Some street fights are. I posted this video of this lady fell asleep and a snake went down her mouth and they had to surgically get it out of her stomach.
Oh, gross,
dude! It was one of the. I put on X. This is worse than any real death video I've ever seen. Like, that got in my head so deep. But honestly, to that point, to the street fight thing that Cammy and we're all kind of talking about, street fights to me, I like a good street fight. I like to watch them.
I've never been in one. Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Like, I like to watch them, but when it gets to that point when they're just going off on the unconscious, I get that pit, or that feeling in my stomach. It's just
it's just disgusting, man.
It really grosses me out, and that's exactly
this one is so hard to watch.
This
dude.
one was
it's
rough.
really hard.
It's like fucking borderline snuff film.
Yeah. This is one of the roughest I've ever seen. Yeah, like, and then the fact that I could go back to so many different points. The fact that it's inside of a wrestling ring, and the fact that there's people that we all
ringside kids,
kids watch this. Yeah, family friendly event.
There were kids there.
Like, dude, it's insane. Like, I just can't. I don't know. I am so interested to see where this goes legally. But it kind of touched on all of our, favorite things, right? MMA's a part of it, wrestling's a part of it, and true crime.
Violent crime. Come on,
it is crazy.
It's got a little bit of everything. They're streaming. It's LA. Come on,
dude.
Yep.
It checks all the boxes. This is why it's just fucking exploding.
What if Rampage would have been there, hanging out with this kid?
I don't know.
Would
such a hypothetical?
So here's a good question.
Are we booking right now? You got the pencil?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a little fantasy. We're gonna go back in time for just a second. So let's just say Rampage was with his son this night.
Everything played out. Wrestle plunge.
Everything played out exactly how we watched it. The can thing happened. They get that sorted. You know what I mean? They get to the point to where they're saying, "Hey, you're gonna get to go in there and do a little something." And hell, by all intents and purposes, they're saying you're going to get yours. You're going to get to hit him.
No, so I honestly think that
I think Rampage would have been the first one to stop it if that was the case.
I think he would have taken over immediately and probably just gotten that dude's face or something, or like pushed his face and punked him or some shit. He definitely would not have taken that far, or even so, if they're like, okay, Rampage, because he's an attention whore, you can run in there and give him the receipt, and Rampage goes in there and does it, and maybe just hits him one time real hard, come on, I think I think everybody would have walked away from this, and Rampage would have been there.
And it is, just for people in the chat that, would want to know, Syko Stu, the guy that did get, horribly hurt in this, seems to be okay. He's taken some pictures in the hospital with his friends and family, and he's smiling and well, not really smiling, but he seems to be okay. I don't know what the extent of his injuries was besides knocked out teeth and a broken jaw, but
facial fractures.
I
heard numerous facial fractures and broken teeth.
You know what? One of the things that
every single punch,
probably some
dude.
lacerations because he was bleeding quite a bit.
And to that point of every shot hit his jaw, one of the things that I'm seeing wrestling fans say is, you've all seen a UFC fight, right? You all seen how they look like with black eyes, and he hit him in the chin every time, dude.
He did. Every last one of them.
We're watching.
He got a
couple of them hit him in the chest. I think
he did hit him.
Yeah,
he got enough in to absolutely fucking. Yeah.
The fact that people are saying he doesn't have any black eyes, no swelling. It's like, bro, if you actually think that those punches were fake, that's insane.
It's insane.
Somebody looking at that and can't tell the difference between that and a fake punch blows my mind.
Not fake. Not fucking fake.
Wrestling has broken their brains.
Listen,
no, for real.
Jesus Christ.
I've been training in kickboxing and competing in kickboxing since I was 8 years old. And I've been doing it. I box to this day. I still train in boxing. I've been punched in the face 1 billion times. I've punched people in the face 1 billion times. I used to fight amateur. I'm telling you, this shit is not fake. He punched the fuck out of his face.
Yeah,
21 times.
What's crazy to me is I don't feel like you even have to be well versed in this stuff.
I know you just have to have eyeballs.
No, you don't. You just gotta look.
It's gotta be somewhat with us here on planet Earth.
Yeah, anybody can figure it out. Everybody, most people have.
Dude, I really hate wrestling fans. I love pro wrestling. I have a pro wrestling channel. I love it, but Jesus Christ, they're my least favorite fan group. I hate the fandom that comes with it. They are so fucking stupid, dude. They're horrible.
I
don't like them. I hate them. Or new fans. I don't know what it is, but they're silly.
Yeah.
They're just.
I'm
silly.
sure someone in some indie is gonna rip this off and make a storyline out of it and redo it because that's what happens in pro. There are a bunch of but these people are
what you said earlier. What was
eccentric.
Syko Stu was to turn this into a fucking thing and make
dude,
money
that could
off
happen.
Of it.
Dude, real life events, real life things have turned into storylines because they're let's make some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. One of my favorite things is it's not like a violent thing, but the Edge and Matt Hardy stuff. Matt Hardy's dating Lita. Lita and Edge start really getting together behind the scenes before she broke it off with Matt Hardy. That's a real life thing. Matt Hardy actually gets fired from the company because it's a weird dynamic and Edge is the bigger star.
Yep.
They bring Matt Hardy back and they decide to make it an angle on television with Lita. And all of that was real life. Yep. That's the world of wrestling. Wrestling is so weird.
It's fucked. It's totally fucked.
It's
crazy.
Like,
it's the most insane reality bending theater.
And like you said, no, this couldn't happen anywhere else, dude.
No,
this could not happen anywhere else.
Unique
not to that
wrestling.
level.
No,
like insane. This was fun as fuck, though, guys. This was crazy.
It's a wild situation.
Hey, if this starts developing even further and there are charges, we'll definitely be doing another show too. So,
we'll be talking about it for sure.
It's been on my feed, all of my feeds.
Let me hold on. Let me blanket absolutely everything that we've said in this entire thing with allegedly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Allegedly on
allegedly all of this, 100%.
Nothing we have said is not
with AI and everything. It's all everything's alleged.
Dan's not even here. Dan's AI.
The whole thing could be fake.
Dan died a week ago.
Dan's actually AI.
He's been working on having ChatGPT build a Dan model.
Look how good it is.
We just kind of been phoning in his life, and then we finally got Dan 1.0 up. But Dandy Savage is alive and well.
Yeah, he's real.
He'll be here tomorrow night on Kick.
We got him coming through. Pammy, I saw you earlier say that you need to go back. You do need to go back and watch this one. This one was super fun. This was a good one.
Yeah.
And who killed Dan?
Let's figure it out tomorrow.
We need to figure that out. We'll get Dandy in here on the case.
Murder mystery.
We'll get Dandy on the case.
Detective Dandy.
So anybody that's in here tonight, you definitely want to come back tomorrow night because we're going to continue the theme of wrestling, but weird. So David Arquette, famous actor from Scream, probably most famous for Scream. David Arquette made a movie in the year 2000, 99-2000, called Ready to Rumble. It's a Hollywood movie. If anyone's seen it, if you haven't seen it, that's even better for tomorrow night. It's a comedy. After he makes this movie, he actually shows up on wrestling, World Championship Wrestling, and wins the world title for real. Well, not for real, but for real. Even talking about it's weird in wrestling. David Arquette wins the world title on actual wrestling on TV, really to kind of to piggyback off this movie and help promote the movies, what's happening here. So we're going to watch the movie and we're going to watch that match. And then we're going to jump ahead 19 years into the future from 2019, where David Arquette made a return to wrestling, and he faces a guy named Nick Gage in a death match. And for anybody that's watched any of the death match episodes on Feral Friday, I think we've done 2 of those now. You already know what I'm talking about. An Hollywood actor versus an absolute maniac who went to prison for robbing a bank in a light tube death match.
Which feels like could have ended up in another situation like this one.
Dude, yeah, in a Hollywood bar. They're in Los Angeles on that night as well, and it does get real. It actually does break down into a very real situation, a moment, and there's a little bit of shooting at the very end, and David Arquette thinks he's actually died. Let me just say that.
It's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. David Arquette thinks that his neck has been slit.
I can't wait.
So tomorrow's going to be crazy.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
I can't wait for that one. I've actually been super again that Chris mentioned all of that. Like he threw that my way. Like, dude, that sounds like the best night. Like,
I've never seen Ready to Rumble, and I'm fucking stoked.
Dude.
Been a very long time since I've seen it. Holy shit!
I did like
probably when it came out. Honestly,
Charlotte, a death match in wrestling is to think of a pro wrestling match and then throw in like barbed wire, real barbed wire, light tubes, thumbtacks. Explosions, sometimes fire, tables, chairs,
electricity.
They beat the fuck out of each
other. Glass panes, ladder. Yeah, all sorts of.
Think about pro wrestling and it can be. It is intense. They are very. Wrestling is intense, but also it's phony in a lot of ways. Death matches are predetermined and they know who's going to win and lose, but they are way more real because the damage that they're taking to their bodies is actually taking the damage to their body. So
yeah,
right in the moment pain, legitimate pain, and they just got adrenaline through it, and they do.
The fact that David Arquette agreed to this match is crazy in itself.
Yeah, completely insane.
It's insane that he agreed to this match, and he regretted it after. There's one funny interview before he does the match. He's being interviewed by somebody, and the guy's even like, "You know what this is? You know what GCW does and what Nick Gage is doing," and he's even just like, "Yeah, it's gonna be fine." Like he's just playing it, but that guy's literally saying, he's like, "It's a death match," and David Arquette is just playing it down.
Yeah, he was in great. He was in good shape for the match. So
he was in good
shape,
and I don't know if he's just trying to prove something to himself, or maybe he didn't. The thing is, this is the only light tube match he ever did, and light tubes are already kind of scary.
Yeah,
the guy he's wrestling died in a death match. Because of a light tube.
Got cut like what was it? Got like stabbed like in his fucking heart or something.
There's different light tubes that they use nowadays. They use ones called T12, and it's because they're fatter, and when they bust, they explode into little pieces. There's also really long, skinny ones, and when they break, they turn into jagged pieces. And dude, one of those they used to put them on. They still do, but they put those little skinny ones on the ropes. This is from 2009, and the wrestler Nick Gage was wrestling. His name is Thumbtack Jack. Thumbtack Jack throws him through the ropes as if you're going to throw somebody outside, but there's tubes there. The tubes break, and it goes up into his side like this.
And he starts bleeding.
And he starts literally bleeding to death. He immediately runs straight to the back. They've got it's all on video. It's all the footage. There's an actual nurse back there just pushing in. They call a helicopter in.
Yeah.
He got med flighted and died in the helicopter and was brought back to life.
And this dude was also in prison for robbing a fucking bank to support his heroin habit. Like
right after this,
it's fucking wild.
Nick Gage's story is insane. He has a really wild life and still around today. So, but yeah, him and a Hollywood actor are going to be happening tomorrow night.
We're watching we're basically watching the entire, wrestling career. Entertainment wise and professionally of David Arquette tomorrow night.
Like honestly, this is going to be a good little breakdown of David's wrestling life, because David is a big wrestling fan, which is cool.
Yeah, this will be super fun. I'm so pumped to see Ready to Rumble. I've been meaning to watch it like forever.
It's fun.
I saw Beyond the Mat in the theater, so I've been meaning to watch. I've been meaning to watch Ready to Rumble since it fucking came out, just because pro wrestling. But I haven't seen it. I've never watched it,
dude. I remember watching it then. But dude, first of all, I remember renting Beyond the Mat as soon as it hit video stores.
Great, we got to watch that one night.
That would be great.
Yeah,
that's one of the best docs ever.
Oh
dude.
My god,
it's
not even wrestling, just one of the best documentaries.
It really is. Yeah,
that would actually be a great thing to watch with non-wrestling fans, because it gets you into the vibe of what these guys go through. Terry Funk, Mick Foley, and Jake Roberts, the main guys they follow and depict in that movie. It's perfect. You get a little bit of what these guys go through, whether it's the violence or the alcohol and the drugs.
Somehow Jake Roberts outlived all of them. So,
dude, Jake Roberts is actually looking amazing.
We're gonna, when we finally sit down to watch that, it's gonna be like watching Ghosts, like a film full of dead people.
Yeah. We will do that soon. That'll be fun. That'll be the next one after this week. I think we'll do that on a soon one coming up soon. That's gonna be dope. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in many probably over a decade. So, dude, another good one. Have you ever actually watched the movie The Wrestler?
Oh, great movie.
The movie's crazy too, dude.
It's so good.
I never watched that. I don't think
it's so dark, dude. It's by the guy that made Requiem for
that or whatever.
Yeah, same guy that made Requiem for a Dream. It's same
guy that made the Gigi Allen documentary, which is one of the best documentaries ever fucking made. Gigi Allen.
It's a wild, man. It's really good. It's really well done. But it depicts a pro wrestler who's winding down his career, who didn't save his money, who is basically just trying to figure things out now with a beat up body, living in his car. Right? Mickey Rourke plays the wrestler. Yep.
It's so good.
It's the most realistic wrestling movie probably ever made. Like, it's crazy. It's really, really well done. But everyone that came through here tonight, thank you all so much. I appreciate the hell out of it. Please come back through tomorrow. We're going to start here on YouTube just like always, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll hang out here for just a minute. I'll see how many people we can get over to Kick, because Kick is the place where all of the action will actually go down. But hell yeah, guys. I appreciate y'all for coming through. This was fucking fun.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Crazy story.
Later, dudes.
Later.
See ya.